Michelle?
Well, I agree with Eddie a lot. Obviously, the whole market has to hold up. That's going to be a part of it. And I am concerned, is what I said before, about the momentum across the board. But in terms of banks itself, we like Wells Fargo, actually. I looked through all the big banks. We already have a position, and so I'm not speaking my position. I'm saying even in general right now, that has a lot of potential to the upside. So put some numbers on it. $37 is your risk. And I think now if it closes over 40, you have a lot of upside. Could see up to about $48 at least. So that's what we're watching for right now.
So at least 20% from the breakout. Hey, the stealth rally in industrials and materials, two very boring sectors now tripping off the lips of everyone now. But it's been remarkable, and of course, next Wednesday, President Biden's going to unveil his infrastructure plan. Michelle, how much exposure do you have with these sectors?
Well, we have a little bit of exposure right now. We're long a Flora construction company, but looking at that stimulus that infrastructure package, I have some doubts about it because it's got a lot of other things in there besides infrastructure. And as much as we all know that we need to pass a package, when you're throwing free community college in there, it makes me a little bit worried about getting some kind of a bipartisan agreement, especially when we're talking about taxes as revenue. But with that said, I do like a few things. Vulcan Materials looks great. Floor construction looks great. And also 5G, which is part of the package. You could look at American Tower, AMT. That also looks like it's about to take off. It actually triggered a buy today.
And for those listening on radio, the other two symbols are FLR. And what else do you like? Oh, VMC, Vulcan. Hey, all right, so I talked about the stimmies, right? They're out there. They're making their ways. It's going to be a beautiful weekend in New York. I'm going to see the money spent firsthand on the field trip. Bank of America said at the end of March 20th, the average spending on home categories up 97.9%. Eddie, how do we take advantage of that? How do you invest in something to take advantage of that? Because I think it's amazing.
Look, this is going to continue, in our opinion. We've been saying this and pounding the table on the fact that the consumer spending numbers, in our opinion, are going to be the largest that we will see in our lifetime. So this is all inflationary. So you want to be overweight anything that's tied to inflationary, okay? So you want to be oil, energy, financials, industrials, and I'll throw retail into that space as well, too. And so I think we're going to see this massive boom on these higher risk assets over the next 6 months. No, everyone keeps doubting this rally. The VIX is breaking down. We said several months ago we thought the VIX was getting to the mid-teens. It is lining up to have some massive profits for these companies. The VIX is going to head to the mid-teens and lower, and I think we'll be well above all-time highs when I'm sitting here in August.
Yeah. The so-called fear index is not showing any fear at all. Michelle, real quick, do you have a retail name you like? Anything consumer discretionary?
I think you should be looking at Whirlpool. It's a different aspect of the consumer, certainly home improvement, and it's also doing very, very well. It just sort of broke to new all-time highs, but the risk is still very manageable if you just sort of use this week's low as a barometer for you to hold on to in terms of price level.
All right, WHR. Hey, great stuff. You guys gave us a lot to think about and a lot of ideas to consider.